Hello, I'm Michael Cassidy. I want to come back to you and just talk to you a little bit more. Things that I've seen that were kind of peculiar in barber business over the years, things that I saw happen. Things that kind of made you wonder kind of what's behind everything in life. And if you run a business very long, you'll see some strange things happen. And I remember the time one of my friends that I knew from back years ago came in. I did 5 flat tops straight in a row, and the 5th flat top was a guy, and he's a police officer, and he was talking about how he knows we know it's a dangerous job, police officers. Out of the blue, it was on his mind and in his heart to talk about it. And being a barber, you know, you listen to what they have to say. And he was saying, you know, that something can happen to you. Anybody could die in the business, police officer work. It's like he was talking about something he knew that was going to happen. And just that night, I forgot, 12 o'clock at night, 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm not sure. A drunk driver was coming. They called in to go get him. He jumped in the car and left, and he was killed in a car wreck. Kind of strange things that would happen. I remember there's another guy that came in, and he was a guy that had been an electrician for years. And over the years, 30-something years, you have some strange incidents that happen. And he was talking about, we talked about electricity, how easy it is to get shot and everything. And just a little bit, the next day or 2 days later, this fella got killed working at the mill that he worked at. He was working in a switch box, and he was shot to death. And it's amazing those things that come up, kind of things that happen. I know one guy was there, and he's coming, and I said, bye, see you later. Well, I said, I hope it's not the last time I see you. He said, it's kind of strange that he had that thought to come to him, but it happened that he died that next, before that, maybe a week later, he passed away. A guy that was not really that old, around 50 years old. Strange things happen. I know that we had a guy coming in, he was always talking about, there was 2 guys that were coming in, talking about being in a fight with this other guy. We didn't know that they were talking about fight with each other. We didn't put it together. We didn't really know the guys that good, but they were talking about getting in a fight over this particular situation they were in. It was a woman was involved, and one was married to her. And we didn't know they were talking about beating each other up all the time. You know, everybody's winning, you know. Well, he sat there one day, and he had that look in his eye. I said, Bo, he was talking about that situation again. And the guy was training over next to me, was cutting his hair, and I was cutting one. I said, man, I said, I see a kind of a faraway look in your eyes today, and I hope that you're not planning on maybe doing something crazy. He had that look in his eye. He had that staring look in his eye. Just kept looking off in the distance. I said, man, I think you got something planned. I just came out with it. I said, you don't need to hurt anybody, whatever you do. It's not worthwhile to hurt anybody over the marriage. He's just had that look in his eye. And Ricky was talking to him, the boy that was cutting hair, was talking to him, trying to, you know, you kind of, being a barber, you kind of get all kind of situations. And but later on, this boy shot this woman and killed her, and shot this other guy that I cut his hair too. The other fella didn't even know it was the same person. But that's what happened. And so you have those situations happen, and we tried to stop the thing back. We didn't know what was going to happen. We didn't. He never said anything. We had no reason to think that he really would go through with it, but he did. And he shot this particular girl, killed her, and shot this and killed himself. So I remember another incident. A guy came in, a truck driver. He was so upset, he was nervous. So I'm telling you this stuff because this is some of the things that I've seen happen, and it's interesting. Over the years, I thought maybe somebody else might want to hear it too. The guy came in. He was talking about the situation that he had. He was shaking. He was upset. He was up on something or whatever. I'm not sure. But he was really about the situation with his wife, another guy, and was involved. And he was going to do something about it. And I talked to him. I said, out of my heart, I said, listen here, fella. I said, it's not worthwhile. I said, you shoot somebody and kill somebody, whatever, hurt somebody, and you'll be in jail the rest of your life. And I said, it's not worthwhile. I just kept talking to him. So you'll see all kind of situations, and I'm sure you have in your business. You will in the future. But he came back later on Wednesday when I went working with my sister. She's a barber too. She was in here working that day, and he said, your brother stopped me from killing somebody. by those few words of comfort that I said to him. So you never know what's going to happen. I remember there was 3 or 4 boys come in one day, another incident. 3 or 4 guys, young guys came in. They were standing around a chair, and I was cutting this one guy's hair. And they were talking about this fast Trans Am they had. And I said, fellas, I said, take it easy in that car. It's a sad thing for you, mama, to look down and you're dead in a coffin. And I didn't know that I was really saying what was going to happen. And just a little bit later on, about a month later, I was up at the store and it said there's been a bad wreck. Next boy, 3 boys are dead in the car. It was those guys. And that one of them got really hurt bad. His legs were broken up. And you never know what you're going to the situation you're going to run into in business. Many things I've seen over the years. That's not really pertaining to haircutting, but I thought maybe that'd be interesting to share that with you. Some of the situations that I've seen, things that I've seen happen before. So you never know who you're talking to, and if you got a kind word in your heart, or I could have went along and said, yeah, I'd hurt that person if he looked at my wife wrong or whatever, but you can't do that because you might cause somebody to go out and do something stupid and mess their life up. So there's all kind of situations. We were sitting here one day, I remember, and we were talking about this guy that a person that came in he needed money, he lost his wallet. So he said, it's over in North Carolina, I'll come back and bring you the money. So I gave him some money. Well, there's 2 other guys sitting there. He said, yeah, there's another guy that I paid to wash your car for me. And he's never came back and washed the car, never paid me back the money he owed me. And another guy said, yeah, I sold a guy some chemicals. He's never paid me back for the chemicals yet. I said, who is that guy? And it was the same fellow had done stuck 3 of us. How many other people did stick around here also? You never understand completely what you're going to see, but those situations that we see happen, I just wanted to kind of tell you a few of the little things that I've seen happen. Strange things. I had a woman to come in one day. She was real cold. I tell she was really depressed. Some people come in and they'll complain about a haircut just trying to get it free, and so you got all kind of